Hello, everybody, and welcome to Journey with Jones and the Livingston Parish Library. Today, we're going to be taking a virtual trip to Savanna Habitats. My name is Amanda Jones. I am the librarian at Live Oak Middle School.
And I am Miss Danielle Frederick. I am the Youth Services Coordinator at the Watson Branch Library.
And if you are interested in visiting any of these links later to explore on your own, you can find the presentation down below in the YouTube description, or over here, you will see a QR code. You can hold your phone up to it and scan it, and it will take you directly to the presentation. So today we are going to be talking about savanna habitats. Savannas are actually a type of a grassland habitat. We did a completely separate virtual trip to grassland habitats that are like green all the time, green grasslands. And today we're going to be talking about the drier grasslands, savannas. So let's get ready to explore. So savanna habitats, now they are grasslands, but savannas do have a few shrubs and trees throughout, but savannas cover 20% of the Earth's surface. A lot of times you'll think of a savanna as like in The Lion King, that a lot of The Lion King takes place in the savanna habitat. They have a season, a seasonal water, a water season, if you will. They have a dry season, which is most of the year, and then they have a rainy season, which is for a few weeks, and it rains a ton, and everything becomes green for a little while, and then it goes back to being dry, and everything dies off. It can look very barren in the dry season, but savannas are known for their grazing animals, like the wildebeest, gazelles, sheep, giraffes, zebras, animals that like to graze. They are very, very susceptible to wildfires because they do have that long period of dry season. So let's go ahead and we are going to look at some savannas in 360 degrees. The very first habitat we're going to look at is the Samburu National Reserve. So if you access this presentation, you can click this link and you can go, that is not the right one. Well, there we go. Now I've got the right one. The Samburu National Reserve in Kenya. So it is in Kenya. Kenya is a country in Africa. This is a game reserve. And you can see there are elephants there. And this website is called Google Trek. And you can actually take your own little virtual field trip. You can click on the links and you can travel through the savanna. Let me scroll up. There are a lot of elephants in the savanna. There are 1,450 individually identified elephants. They do have some GPS trackers on them, so they track them and they see what they are up to. But you can visit this website and you can tour all of the different elephant families. Now, this is using Google Street View technology. So if you've ever used Google Street View, you can click on these arrows and it will take you to different parts of this game reserve in Africa. But you can see it is, this looks like it's starting to get to the dry season. You can see the grass is kind of dying off. But this is a savanna. This example of a savanna in Africa. And you can scroll through here and you can read all about the animals, the elephants in the savanna in Africa. The next place we are going to visit is the Serengeti. So let's head on over to the Serengeti. And this is actually a camp in the Serengeti. Now, this is a website called 360cities.net. So if you have a phone, you can create, and you have a VR headset, or you can create a VR headset using cardboard. And you can click on this link right here, this little icon, and you can watch this whole thing in VR. But we're going to look at it on the laptop today. This is another example of a savanna. You can see it's a large area. It's got a few shrubs and trees, but it's mostly grassland. Now, the Serengeti is 12,000 square miles. So it is pretty massive. And it is in northern Africa. See all this grassland? It is home to the second largest mammal migration in the world. And I was looking up these numbers, and it was pretty impressive. So the migration of animals, there are 260,000 zebras that migrate in a pattern around the Serengeti. 1.7 million wildebeest migrate around the Serengeti, which I thought was pretty amazing. But it is known for also its lion population. They have a very, very large lion population here in the Serengeti. You can see these are camps. This is where people go on safari. I don't know. I might be scared to go there on safari with all the lion population. But right, like, I see too many scary movies. But it is home to 70 large mammals and 500 species of bird are found in the savanna habitat. Serengeti means endless plains in the Maasai language. And now this area, in addition to the lions and the zebras and the wildebeest, is also home to gazelles, water buffalo, elephants, warthogs, impalas, and all sorts of animals like that you would find. I always say the Lion King. If you see it in the Lion King, you'll probably find it on the savannah. Next, we're going to go to Tanzania. So we are going to go to Tanzania. Again, this is in VR. If you so choose, you can click on this link and you can watch it in VR. In fact, let me show you. I'll show you what it'll look like. Enter VR. And so when you put it in a device, it'll look like this and you can look all around.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that neat? I love that.
Yeah.
But we are going to just look at it like this on the laptop.
Yeah.
But it's really cool if you have a VR headset. You can just take your phone and put it in some cardboard and just look around like that. But this is the Crater Highlands. This is a savanna in Tanzania, which is in a country in Africa. Now, it is home to a lot of large cats, cheetahs, lions, cougars, large cats. You can see here's all the grassland. It is also home to wildebeest, gazelles, ostriches, elephants, giraffes. Now, Tanzania has the largest number of predators in Africa. So you will find the largest number of predators in Africa. So your predators would be like your leopards, your jackals, your hyenas. I didn't think of a hyena as a predator. Apparently they are. And your big cats. They also have a lot of reptiles. You can find crocodiles and lizards near the water sources. So this is a savanna habitat in Tanzania, which is in Africa. And I love this website because you can zoom in, you can look down at the grass, you can zoom out. So that is that website. And the final place we're going to visit is in Australia. So let's go here to Australia. And it's still the same. It's just dead grass. A lot of dead grass, but and a few trees. But this is in Australia. Now, this is a national park that has both mountains and savanna. So you can see the mountains in the background. So it's mountainous and it has a lot of savannas here. It was established, this is Grampian National Park in Australia, and it was established in 1984 as a national park. There are, it's known for its wildflowers in the rainy season. So during the rainy season, when it rains, a lot of wildflowers will sprout up for a few weeks. It also is home to, near the mountain areas, it's home to a lot of rock art by the Aboriginal peoples. They actually are building, and it was just finished in 2020, they built a walking trail that is 160 kilometers long. So if you feel like walking through a savanna, you can take this 13-day trek across Grampian National Park and explore a savanna in real life if you wanted to. A brush fire actually wiped out 50% of this park in 2006. So it is still growing back. Yeah, 50%. And, because savannas do have that dry season, they're very susceptible to wildfires. But animals in this savanna include dingoes, red fox, mice, and deer. So now we looked at some places in 360 degrees. Now we're going to look at some of the wildlife. So we're going to head over to one of my very, very favorite websites, DK Find Out. And DK Find Out has so much information on pretty much any topic, specifically for kids though. So we're going to talk about some of the animals you will find in the African savanna. First, we're going to talk about termites. Let me scroll down. Termites, right here. Here is a termite mound. And this website, you can click on these little links right here and information will pop up. But termites, so let's talk about termites. They live in colonies, so they'll live in these little colonies. They can have several million termites in these mounds. Now, I didn't realize the mounds can be up to 98 feet across.
Wow.
That is a very large termite mound, 98 feet across. And inside the termite mounds, you will find workers, soldiers, and then they also have a king and a queen. Now, termite mounds can damage crops. But ironically, once the termites leave the mound, the soil is actually very fertile. So a lot of people in Africa will use the soil that they find in older termite mounds to farm their crops. Who knew? Next, we will look at hyenas. This is the spotted hyena. And you can click on this link and it will tell you a little bit more about hyenas. Now, hyenas catch their prey with their teeth. They don't use their claws. They look like dogs, but when I was reading, they're actually more similar to cats. So they look like a dog, but they actually have more in common with cats. They're known for their short torsos and their sloped backs. They often like to fake their death around predators. So they fake their death when attacked by predators like lions. Most of the species in the savannas are scavengers. They will live in their little burrows, and they're mostly scavengers, though. And I keep mentioning the Lion King because, this is like a scene from the Lion King as African savanna. And, the hyenas were not the best characters in that movie. And finally, we're going to talk about African elephants. African elephants are at heavy risk of extinction. They're known for their tusks. And you have your African elephants that you'll find in Africa. Then you have your Asian elephants, which are a lot smaller. African elephants are a lot larger and they have the larger ears. But they're at heavy risk of extinction because of habitat loss. People are starting to build into the savannas, but they are also poached for their tusks. Their skin can be 1.5 inches thick, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I also didn't realize they have hairs on their tusks. They have very short, fine hairs on their tusks. Did not know that. Their ears are large to help reduce their body heat in the hot savanna sun. They can be anywhere from 7.5 to 13 feet tall in adulthood, and they can weigh up to 13,000 pounds.
Wow.
They live in family units, so you usually won't see a lone elephant. You'll see them traveling as a family. So those are a few animals from DK Find Out. Now we're going to specifically look at the rhinoceros. Also on DK Find Out, we're going to talk about the rhinoceros. So rhinoceros, there are actually 2 species of rhinoceros that are found in Africa, African savannas. They are the white rhino and the black rhino, but that has nothing to do with their color because they're both kind of gray. There are 3 other types of rhinoceroses that you would find in Asia, but we're talking about the 2 types that you would find in the African savanna. They like to eat leafy material. They are hunted by poachers for their horns. And this website you can click on and you can read all about it. For instance, the horns are made of a tough substance called keratin. And you can read all about the different parts of the rhinoceros. This is actually a black rhinoceros that is being featured on this website. They have also a very, very thick skin. In fact, I think their skin is actually twice as thick as an elephant's. So they have actually very, very thick skin, and it's actually little scales. Adult rhinos have no predators other than humans. There's nothing that preys on an adult rhino besides us. However, baby rhinos are often preyed upon by hyenas, big cats, and crocodiles. So, and they're extinct, and not extinct, they're endangered, becoming extinct. Hopefully they do not become extinct, and we can do something about that. Yeah. So those are some different wildlife that you would find in savannah. I did want to mention there's an animal webcam. So if you would like to, cool. Now because it's live, so right now it's dark over there. So it's dark. I can't even tell what type of animals this is over in Africa, but you can actually watch these webcams. Funny enough, we were watching this particular webcam in the library at Levant Middle School one time, and an elephant backed right up to the camera and used the bathroom. And the kids were extremely grossed out. They were really grossed out. So you never know what you're going to see on these live webcams. You just got to find it at the right time of day, because right now it's nighttime over there. Yeah. There are some additional resources if you're interested in learning about savannas. There's also a video right here called Savanna Grassland Biomes of the World. And I did want to give some book suggestions. So if you are a middle grade reader, a lot of our middle school students like reading the Warrior Cat series. And the group of authors that write that go under the name Aaron Hunter that write the Warrior Cat series also write a series called Brave Lands that take place in savannas. So if you're interested in that, this is a good middle grade book. There's also this excellent book called Facing the Lion, Growing Up Maasai on the African Savannah. And then for the smaller children, you might want to read Not Your Nest. And all of these books are available at the Livingston Parish Public Library. And now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Danielle.
Hey guys, so we have some programs that are coming up by the time this video premieres. We have Teen Movie Night, which is for ages 12 to 18. We're going to be showing Onward, and there's 2 different showing times for it, one on July 8th at 5:30 and one on July 30th at 2 p.m. I also have a program coming up for kids ages 8 to 11 called Animal Amigurumi on July 22nd at 5:30. And what amigurumi is, it is a style of crochet where you make cute little stuffed animals. And actually what we're going to be making is this little whale. So we're going to learn how to make this whale, where you're going to get a kit with all of the yarn and crochet hooks and all the things that you would need to make your whale. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
That's super cute.
Thank you. We've also got some performers coming to the library in July. We have Lady Chops, who is a drummer. She was in the Broadway production Stomp. She's going to be here on July 8th at 10 a.m. We have the Dinosaur Experience coming back on July 13th at 10 a.m. And then we also have another group coming in called Animal Tales and Tales on July 26th at 1:30 and then 2:45.
Fun fact, the owners of the Dinosaur Experience, their son actually went through our school, Live Middle School.
Oh, that's cool.
We love the Dinosaur Experience.
We do too. And I also want to just talk real briefly about a new program I'm doing in August, because I know a lot of Miss Amanda's kids are in this particular age demographic. I'm doing a program called Tween Hangout. It's for ages 8 to 11. It's on August 26th at 5:30, and it's targeted sort of like middle school age kids. You just get to kind of come hang out at the branch, play some board games, some tabletop games, watch movies, maybe play some video games and have snacks and stuff. You know, all the fun stuff that the teenagers 12 to 18 get to do, but you guys aren't quite old enough to do. And I had a lot of kids in this age being like, I feel so left out. My brother can go to this thing and that thing, but I can't because I'm only 9 and he's 12. And so I've created a program so where y'all can kind of do the things the teenagers do, but it's for your age demographic.
That's going to be a fun time.
I hope so. I'm having fun getting all the stuff ready for it. So
we have 2 more upcoming virtual trips. Journey with Jones in the Livingston Parish Library on July 30th will be Forest Habitats, and on the last one on August 6th will be Mountain Habitats, and that will be the last 2 trips of the summer for our joint programming between Live Oak Middle School and the Livingston Parish Library for their Tales and Tales summer reading program. I've been enjoying the summer. I finished my books for the adult summer reading program. I actually finished it on the second day.
Wow.
But now I'm trying to get all my badges and keep, on Beanstack. So kids, make sure you're reading and you're documenting on Beanstack.
I had a little boy yesterday. He was just like, Miss Danielle, I've almost read 100 books. And I'm like, get that dolphin badge. He's so excited.
It's exciting. I'm an adult and I love getting all my badges. So if you are interested in viewing any of our Journey with Jones in the Livingston Parish Public Library virtual trips, you can visit the LOM Library website under the Journey with Jones link, and you will find all of our trips there. You can also visit Live Oak Middle Library and the Livingston Parish Public Library on our Facebook and Instagram social media channels, and that information is here. That is all for today. We hope you enjoyed our trip, and we hope you will join us for our last 2 trips of the summer. Bye, everybody.
Bye. That was fun.